What makes a good fantasy series? Is it the characters? Sure. The world building? Of course. The bad guys? Well, I'd be a fool if I said otherwise. But there is one thing that most good fantasies do, other than the fact that they provide an escape from the bleak, dark reality of life and everything that is in it. It's a magic system. Oh, and before the video continues, don't forget to leave the word wizard in the comments below. As always, come right with me. The Name of the Wind, The Wheel of Time, whatever popular romantasy book is popping off right now. I mean, they also have sex, but we're not talking about that today. The Witcher, Lord of the Rings, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. If you can name the book, it most likely has some sort of magic system. The Witcher has a really cool interpretation of how it does magic, especially with how CD Projekt Red, the guys who made the video game series, incorporated the magic system into The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 3. Witcher 3. That game was honestly far too good for us. It's almost 10 years old. Game Rant has an excellent breakdown on how the magic system works in The Witcher 3. I would highly recommend that article. Essentially, the magic within the world of The Witcher originated from an event called The Conjuring of Spheres, with its system revolving around 3 different divisions: chaos, art, and science. Then there are sources, Ciri for example, various magical organizations within the world, like the Sisterhood, and boy, I honestly could make an entire video about the magic within The Witcher. The reason I wanted to point out this specific magic system is because it combines a range of different elements together. Lore, history, nations, people, and so on. Wheel of Time, I mean there are 14 books in that series, also has a very deep magic system, with a strong focus on women. So, the question is, what can we learn from these systems? Welcome back to Write With Me, a series where we, the people of the internet, create brand new stories together. If you have any ideas for the following story, let me know in the comments. If you don't, that's okay. I will be putting a magical curse on you because that's what I'm learning right now, and I'm very powerful. Very powerful. We're exploring the world of Word Thief, a YA fantasy series that takes place in a world where the government, or something more sinister, has the power to erase words from existence. What words would they remove? Why? And what happens to those who fight back? Let's get into it. In the city of Kongard, there lives a royal family. They're called the Applegates. They care and govern the city under the family's head, Lord Talbot Applegate IV. He's the king. Talbot and his wife Ivana, Queen of Kongard, have 3 children. Vex, their eldest, he's the heir to the throne. Winona, the middle child, and their only daughter. And finally Jan, their baby boy, who's only 5. Before she was queen, Ivana was a practicing ward, studying the art of Zio. Z-I-O. Zio is this world's version of magic. So when people talk about the art of Zio, they're actually referring to the art of magic or wizardry. Alas, when Ivana married into the royal family, she had to forget her past and leave all she knew about Zio behind. Vex showed very little interest in Zio, preferring the wooden sword over ritual salts and charms. However, when Winona was born, a small glimpse of hope arose within Ivana's world. At a young age, Winona showed a great interest in Zio, especially through the bedtime stories Ivana and Talbot would read to her. So, in secret, Ivana decided to start teaching her daughter the basics of Zio. A little activity just for the 2 of them. Though Vex wasn't nearly as interested as his sister, he was wise to Zio and its impacts on the world, especially after returning from his kidnapping. Like in The Witcher, Zio is part of the world, and is used regularly by the people of Kongard. In the city, there are humans, and then there are tamed animals, who, like the humans, walk on hind legs, wear clothes, and keep the city afloat, toiling at day jobs and paying taxes. There are many: dogs, cats, rats like Temin, owls, swans, bears. The list is endless, only dictated by our imaginations. The reason the tamed animals are like this is the result of Zio within the world, and the world's past history. There are 3 types of Zio. Alpha Zio, magic that involves time. Zelta Zio, magic involving memories, people, places, and even words. Venma Zio, magic involving the elements, alchemy, and more. One day, a woman in a hood arrives in the city of Kongard, and like a snake, slithers her way into the royal Pentagon, where she tells Prince Vex about a special Zio ritual where one could, in theory, remove words from existence. Vex loves the idea. it may be the solution he's been looking for to re-establishing order within the city of Kongard. But how does the ritual work? The art of stealing words is part of an ancient Zero ritual that's part of the Zelta division. It also takes a lot of power and energy to perform, so Vex and the Hooded Woman will need help. He approaches an old family friend, Taylor B. Bedminster II. He's a renowned banker, and he also created the city's tax system for Vex's family. He, Vex, and the Hooded Woman perform the ritual together. Here are the steps. First, they need to select a vessel. This is an object that will cage the stolen word's essence. Vex and Bedminster have picked a lopsided coin. They also need a ritual site. They end up picking Bedminster's childhood home, as it's been abandoned for many years in the Moriarty ruins. First things first, there needs to be a hole in the ceiling or some sort of way for the essence to shoot up into the sky. The sky needs to be part of the ritual. Vex has his guard destroy some of the abandoned house ceiling so they can perform the ritual within its lounge room or living quarters. With white sand, they make a marking on the ground. They light 4 candles around the marking. Bedminster cuts his palm, spilling blood, drenching the sand. With his blood, he writes the word that Vex wants stolen onto the vessel, aka the coin. So he writes W-R-O-N-G. Wrong. Together, all 3 of them chant in a foreign language. Linta no equi mo. Linta no equi mo. Linta no equi mo. If everything's done correctly, the sand should ignite in flames. Once the flames fade away, a light will burst into the sky, shooting out from the ritual site, coming from the center of the markings made by the sand. It will fly high into the sky and explode, spreading light all across Kongard. With that explosion, the word essence has been stolen and is now caged within the vessel, aka the coin. There you have it, your first Zeo ritual. Congrats! You have now stolen the word wrong. Well, Vex did, but you also helped. Ugh. Now, all of the people in Kongard have lost the ability to say wrong. No matter how hard they try, they just can't. It's gone. If you're interested in learning more about Vex's kidnapping and Bedminster's past, I have other videos on those topics which will be in the outro at the end. Whatever you do, don't trust hooded women who offer to do a ritual with you, because that's really shady. Trust me, it never ends well. Drink water and sleep when you can. Bye!